Okay guys, you as well as I can admit that nothing beats a smooth, warm brew of coffee first thing in the morning to kick off the day. But there's been a lot of back and forth regarding if drinking coffee regularly will negatively or positively impact your health. Fascinatingly, a recent scientific study has revealed the short, mid and long-term health impact of drinking coffee every day. In this video, I will explain firstly, how the amount of coffee we drink each day impacts our risk of heart attack, stroke, and death from all causes. And secondly, be sure to stick around until the end, as I will explain 3 important things you can do in terms of amounts of coffee, breaks from coffee consumption, and the optimum time in the day that we should consume coffee. I'd like to note before we continue, please, before taking on board any of the following points mentioned in this video, consult your doctor, as caffeine can lead to negative effects in certain individuals. Okay, so this particular scientific study had a staggering 468,629 participants, and these participants were divided up into 3 groups. The first group was the do not drink coffee regularly group. The second, light to moderate drinkers, i.e. around half a cup to 3 cups a day, and the third were drinking more than 3 cups of coffee per day. And so what happened was that these researchers allowed the participants to get on with their lives and followed up on them 10 to 15 years later to examine the results. The results were adjusted for age, sex, weight, height, smoking status, physical status, high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol level, socioeconomic status, as well as alcohol intake, and as well as consumption of meat, tea, and fruit. It was adjusted such that these variables had a minimized effect as possible on the conclusions I'm about to explain to you guys now. Alright, so they actually found that the light to moderate coffee drinkers of half a cup to 3 cups per day had a lowered risk of all-cause mortality of 12% compared to non-coffee drinkers. They also found a 17% lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease and a 21% lower risk of stroke. Right, so you may be wondering, what are the sort of mechanisms behind this? The researchers actually stated that the imaging analysis done indicated that compared with participants who did not drink coffee regularly, daily consumers had healthier sized and better functioning hearts. This was consistent with reversing the detrimental effects of aging on the heart. Alright, so the 3 things you can take away from this study's findings are that drink 0.5 to 3 cups of coffee per day, remember to take regular breaks from caffeine, such as 1 week of each month, and drink coffee at the right times. Wait at least 1 hour after waking and stop at least 10 hours before bedtime. Just before we finish, I'd like to point you guys to the video on the screen now, which explains a fascinating new cancer detecting method.